Hi guys, and welcome back to Garden of Kayland. So the time has finally come, and it came fast. It's the end of the year, which also means it's Christmas time. And if you know me personally, you know how I feel about Christmas. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely a thing around here. So with the end of the year comes my end of the year plant tour. Not only just to look at all the plants that I have in my collection, but to document their growth in the future and to see how far they've come. Some of them did not make it though. Rest in peace. But before we get started, hey guys, I'm Kayla and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome, and be sure to subscribe if plants are your vibe. So without further ado, y'all, let's see some plants. So I feel like I always start downstairs. So today I said I'll start upstairs. It's dark, so I have a lot of lighting, supplemental lighting going on. But hopefully you guys can see everything very well. So I'm gonna start in this corner here. And I'm going to start with this philodendron Florida green that has grown so freaking much this year. I am so proud of it. I propagated it about 4 times already, and it's still outgrowing the moss pole. Albeit the moss pole isn't really long to begin with. It's not very tall, but it's just getting fuller each time I cut it, and it's growing, you know, 2 leaves at a time. But look at that. So from the different times that I've propagated it, it is just grown out different shoots, and those shoots now are giving me like 4 leaves at a time. So I have these 2 that are hardening off, and then I have another one here and another one down there. So it's really cool to see how much it's grown this year. Look how freaking big and full it's getting, y'all. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have a Florida green this big and wait until like my Florida Beauty or Florida Ghost get this size. Oh my gosh. And then right here I have this Hoya that I just cut back not too long ago because I kind of wanted it to stay this size, and it wasn't growing new leaves, just a bunch of shoots, which will obviously soon have leaves, but I just cut them down because I don't mind it being this size. I didn't really, you know, I wasn't like super pressed for growth. I love how these leaves look like little seashells, don't they? I have this Monstera Sotapacana propagation that I've been working on. It was getting way too like wild and crazy, so I cut it back and ended up propagating it into another pot, and it's growing nice and full now. I cannot stand like this global green. Oh, this needs water bad. Like this global greenhouse, just this one. I like a full trailing plant. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I have this little propagation for a fishbone cactus right there, doing good. And then the cutest little philodendron micans. Look at the mama back there. Like, I'm so proud of this plant, you guys. Let me move this pink princess. Nobody wants to see you. Your time is up now. So yeah, look at the micans. This is the one that I decided to put up on a pole to let it climb in like June, and this is what it's done over that like 6-month period, and I'm really glad that I decided to do that. Wait till it gets big and I extend the moss pole. Oh my gosh, y'all, I want these leaves to get as big as I can possibly get them. So I've just been working on that, but I think that this is just gorgeous, you guys. And then this pink princess I'm gonna put back, but yeah, nothing much to talk about here. I'm really over her. She hasn't, I mean, what is this? Like, girl, whatever. Anyway, then I have a Marble Queen Pothos right here. This was a propagation. She's getting pretty big, I guess, now. Her leaves are getting pretty big, which is cool. She needs some water, but yeah, she's low-key. She's just chilling. Another Sotapacana, except for this one I put up on a pole, and it's just not very impressive to me right now, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's there. I have a painted lady down here that I struggled with for a little while. I had another one that was big, but it died. So yeah, this is how this one is looking right now. She's okay, I guess. She's been doing all right. I've been giving her a lot more care and attention than a lot of my other plants because I don't want her to die. I do really love the painted lady. It is one of my favorite philodendrons, so I'm just making sure she's doing okay, and she is. And it's winter time, so I don't expect too much out of my plants right now, but I still want to keep them alive. And then up here I have this struggling Plowmanii that died, and then this was like the little stem. There was a wet stick that I had left over, and then this leaf came out. This is the first leaf it's had in the like cold season, and it's not doing good, but it does have another one coming in right there. So I don't know what happened here. I don't know why it's glitching on me like that, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then my Philodendron squamiferum right here, I'll pull it out so you can see it a little bit better. So this is one I repotted it, well, I was going to repot it during the summertime. And y'all, tell me why I broke it at the base. So it was so big, but I broke it. And this was the only part of the propagations. I had to propagate it, obviously. And this was the only one that survived, and it's been doing okay. I'm really still so sad about it though. But look at these petioles. Oh my gosh, I love that. But I will say, if this thing gets pests and they're on the petioles, you are like screwed, because they're so hard to get pests off of. But this one hasn't had pests that I know of. But yeah, she's doing good. And then back there, hiding under all of this, that is my Epiprimnum skeleton key. And it's not given skeleton key yet, but it'll get there. It just has to, the more mature leaves get like the craziest shape. I'll see if I can find it and put it on the screen. But you guys, this has been so freaking easy and carefree for me. And it's been growing so fast. Like, I need to put more moss in here. And obviously I need to keep the moss moist because it's super crunchy right now. It's giving like Doritos. But yeah, looking good. Everybody's looking okay except for Mr. Plowmanii, but he's gonna get there. This is my golden crocodile, my Philodendron golden crocodile, which is like one of my favorites. Well, I'm probably gonna say that about a lot of plants, but this one really, I really do mean it. Look how bright and neon that is. And then can you imagine when it starts to get big? So that's been growing really fast. Back in like March, it was such a baby that I didn't even know what it was. And I was asking you guys like, what is this? And somebody said a golden crocodile, and I was like, no freaking way, I have a golden crocodile. And it was, you were right, whoever that was. But yeah, and then back there I have my Ficus elastica. I don't remember which one this one is. Is it Taniki maybe? But these leaves are so gorgeous. I love like the different color splotches on them. I'm gonna put him in the light at some point, but I'm running out of space, you guys. Like, I really am. I need more grow lights or like more shelves or something. My Gloriosum right here, this is just one leaf, but you can see it has other leaves. And I just put this one up here because it kept getting spider mites, and like the idea was for it to not be like really touching any of the other plants. But as you can see, that's not quite working out. I did treat it. I haven't seen any since, but it just really made me super paranoid. And it does have a new leaf right there. I wanted to get really big. Like, my mom has this real big one at her house. I'm gonna see if she can send me a picture of it, because it's like ridiculous how big hers is. And she doesn't fuss over hers nearly as much. I feel like she doesn't fuss over it as much as I fuss over mine. And it's still getting so big and gorgeous. This is my Peperomia watermelon. And it has like a little variegated leaf somewhere. There it is. So look at this leaf. Aww. So that's the only reason I got it. The Peperomia watermelon doesn't really do it for me. But I got it just because of that one leaf. Up here is my Philodendron biliaceae. I'm going to take it down because the light is just like obnoxious up here. So I'll set it here. Okay. So yeah, getting big. Got a new leaf coming in. I switched the nutrient solution, and this is what happened, which I kind of expected, but I was glad that it was one of the smaller leaves that happened to and not one of my big babies. But I can't wait to see what that leaf is looking like. I can't remember when all of the leaves were tiny. They didn't even have like the lobes in them yet. So yeah, this has really grown a lot this year. I really look forward to what it's gonna do next year. So I'm keeping it under this grow light because I want the leaves to get really big. And up here, I just have another pothos. It's in this pot that's like hanging sideways. And I didn't mean for it to be hanging sideways. In fact, my OCD was like going crazy at first until I realized I kind of liked it hanging out of this. It's like cute hanging out of a pink pot, and it's like sideways, like it's pouring out the plant. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I have the philodendron Brazil up here propagated. Well, it's not propagating anymore. It's a plant now. I just never moved it. Then I got this one, kind of recent. I got this from the Green Escapes, and this is called a Peperomia Silver Flex. Silver Specks or something, I guess, because it has silver specks on it. And it's, oh my god, I thought that was like a spider web. It's just the fuzz from the packaging. But yeah, it kind of is a cross between a syngonium and like ivy to me. And I love the small little daintiness of the leaves. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I probably shouldn't have it under this grow light, but that's just where I put it for now. I have this very thirsty Cebu Blue Pothos propagating. I always, like, you can count on me always having a Cebu Blue Pothos propagating somewhere, I swear. And then I have up here, let me turn this way so you can see it. I'll see if I can take it down. See if I can take it down for you to see it. Nope, I'm not taking it down, sorry. But it is a lemon meringue pothos. I forgot the botanical name for this, but this is a Ripsalis here something. I call it like a mistletoe cactus, but it's getting there. I mean, it's okay for now. It's not as full as I want it to be, but like I said, it's okay. It's a really slow grower, at least from my experience, and that's with it being under a grow light. So I can't imagine how slow it would be if I didn't have it under a grow light. So that's everything here. Got a little brandy propagating right there. And then so I'll move up a little bit. I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. I have another one like it, and this is just a propagation off of the one that I'll show you guys soon. But I just haven't been able to ID it. And I've had a few people tell me what they think it is, but nobody's like super sure. So when I show you guys a mature version, maybe somebody can tell me what the heck it is, because I don't know. It's a philodendron, no ID for now. I have a Sotapacana up here. I just want to see, well, I already have one on a pole at the bottom on the floor, but I staked this one up because this is another propagation, and I'm basically just doing a bunch of propagations of the Sotapacana. I don't know why. Honestly, I really couldn't tell you why, but these leaves are going to be really impressive when they do get big, and I think this is going to be the one, because it's in soil, that I put outside when it gets warm enough. And then I have a Syngonium Red Heart right there that was struggling for a little while, but I got it under control. Look underneath the leaves, y'all. Oh my gosh, you see it? So gorgeous. The leaves were really small at first when I first got it, and I got it back in like April. It was really expensive. Well, it wasn't really expensive, but it was like more than I expected it to be, and I couldn't understand why. And then it started getting the red, and I was like, oh, well, there you go. There you have it. But it appears that they lose the red over time. So you see how that one's red, but then like it starts to fade. So yeah, that's my Syngonium. I think it's called our Syngonium Red Heart, if I'm not mistaken. And then I have a Philodendron Mayoi up here. So I ended up, it was looking really bad, so I cut it, and then where I cut it, it started like doing its own thing. And then these leaves obviously don't have those fenestrations like this one. So I think I'm going to cut this one off. I think I'm going to cut this entire piece off, honestly, and stick it back down in there. So, because right now it's just one stem, one plant. And then I have this Philodendron Brandy right here that I cannot for the life of me figure out what it wants. I had it in the greenhouse cabinet. It didn't like that. It started scorching. So then I took it out, made sure I was giving it more humidity, and it started showing signs of overwatering. I don't know. And like rotting. So So I put it up here not long ago, and I'll see how it does up here, but it's really aggravating me how these new leaves are coming in. Like, who has this, and what do I do? Please tell me if you know, because I want it to get big and size up, but I'm really struggling. And I have another one that's on a moss pole, but even that one's doing the same exact thing. I'll show that to you when I get to it, but yeah. A syngonium up here, a Hoya propagation, an alocasia that doesn't belong here, but I haven't figured out where I'm gonna put it. So it's just living there. And then look back here, you guys. I don't think I ever showed this. This is my China doll. I think it's called a China doll. I have to look up the actual name of it. But the problem with it is it needs to be repotted. But I just know that I'm gonna have to break this. I'm gonna have to break this to repot it. So I just haven't gotten around to it, but I will. Don't worry. But I really love that plant. Up here, look at this. Look how long these leaves come down. Like, look how far. I don't know where I'm probably gonna have to put it on that end because it's starting to interfere with those plants at the bottom. But I got this from my mom, and believe it or not, this was just a pup off her big one. And she was like, here, take the baby. I said, girl, that is not a baby. Ma'am, I think you are mistaken. But yep, this was a baby. This is my philodendron Calkins Gold. That is not really, not very bright. It does, I mean, this newest leaf is getting there, but that's only because I had it directly under a grow light for a minute just to see. Oh, that leaf is kind of gorgeous now that I'm looking at it. Wow. I might have to put it back under the grow light because this was like a plant I didn't really care that much about. I might have to revisit that. But yeah, that's a Calkins Gold, you guys. And then I have this Hoya tricolor. I don't know if this is the Crimson Queen or Princess. I always get them mixed up. I don't know, but it's up here. I had it on a trellis for a little while, and it just kept growing off the trellis and going crazy, and I just couldn't keep up with like pinning it back up there. So I just put it on the shelf actually last weekend, and I'm just gonna let her grow down and just be free because she obviously doesn't want to be on a trellis. And these leaves I think are just too big and like heavy for the trellis that I had them on. I feel like a lot of my bigger Hoyas, I'm just gonna let them trail and not try to trellis them because Hoyas get heavy, y'all. Like, these leaves they're heavy. So yeah, she hasn't flowered for me this year, but I'm hopeful for next year. I have an Adansonii propagation up there. It's not doing all that great, but it's propagating still. I don't even think it's rooted yet. It might be rooted, I don't know, but it's there. And then I have this Global Green Pothos. Once I moved it to a brighter spot, it started giving me these leaves. So at first they were just kind of like green, a little bit of light green in there, but I was just getting some straight green leaves. And then when I put it under light, it did this. So I'm really happy with that. Now, a Global Green Pothos isn't one of my favorites, but if they keep doing this, I don't know, we might be in for a surprise. And this is just a bunch of random cuttings that I have in here that I'm propagating. We'll talk about that at another time. And then moving down here to this little table, I have my White Knight that is kind of starting to act like oh, there's water dripping off of it. So it is humid enough, I guess. It's kind of getting on my nerves with like these wonky leaves, but it is what it is. It's doing okay, I guess. I have a bigger one downstairs. And then this is my Philodendron Del Lynxii. Look at this leaf, y'all. It needs water. These leaves are usually like standing upright. So when they start, like when they start coming down, that's when I know they need water. So I have it in terracotta. On purpose. I overwater a lot, so I started trying to put all my plants in terracotta or like something self-watering just to help with that, because if I'm not overwatering, I'm underwatering and it gets rough. It's easier to recover from underwatering than overwatering though, so I try to stick to that. And then I have the Philodendron Mexicanum up here, or back here. That is not really looking like a Mexicanum just yet, but I can kind of see with that leaf right there that he might be on his way, so I'm being patient, but it has just been pushing out leaf after leaf after leaf with no shape. Oh, well, I see a little bit of something right there. So that means we're getting somewhere, y'all. And then I have this Goldie Eye here. I've talked about this a few times. Look, I got paint on here and I cannot get it off. It drives me crazy every time I see it. It's truly an eyesore. So it has these 3 leaves on it. And y'all, the Goldie Eye was on my underrated plants video because it really is, I think, super underrated. But I mean, look at this one leaf. How gorgeous that is. And so I have it up on a stake. It sprawls out pretty far, and I lost the leaf on this because I knocked it over and it snapped because it was, you know, sprawling out. But anyway, I have a new leaf coming in right here. So that's good. That's growth. You know, my plants are doing okay for it to be winter time, for it to not be growing season. We're doing good. We're doing good. And then I have my Monstera Peru right here. I moved this one upstairs not long ago because it wasn't getting the love it deserved downstairs. It was in a dark corner and it wasn't really doing anything. So yeah, I moved it here. This moss is very crunchy right now, but yes, I love my Peru, y'all. And it's finally starting to push out some new growth. Even though the leaves are small on it, I'm glad to see this is like the first new growth that I've had on this in almost a year. So obviously moving it here was a good move. And then I've got this window right here. And that window is very, very bright. It gets really hot. So the plants kind of in this section right here get all of that bright light, which is why I have that grow light here to, you know, kind of supplement this corner where they're not getting as much light. But anywho, moving on. I have this really old, I've had this for a minute. And I had it on top of my refrigerator for a little while. But this is the Baltic Blue Pothos. And I kind of forgot about it. And then I took it down off the fridge and said, oh, shoot. Well, I don't want it on the moss pole anymore. But it's in the moss pole now. Even though the moss pole has been dry for months and months and months, I would have to like cut this thing free. It's in there. You can't tell, but it's in there. So I am starting to get some new growth now. It's kind of weird looking, and these leaves are, you know, you see the watermarks, and I need to dust it off. But yeah, I have a newfound appreciation for it now that it's starting to, well, now that I can see it every day. I have my Scindapsus right there that is just doing phenomenal, you guys. It will not stop growing. So I'm really happy with it. I'm kind of bummed out that I'm going to have to repot it soon. Probably before the summertime I'll have to repot it, but I mean, if that's what I have to do for it to keep growing the way it is, then so be it. I'm working on this really cool like plant wall, and I feel like I'm gonna end up putting this one on the plant wall. So we'll see. And then this is my Anthurium subsignatum right here. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for these leaves to get big. Oh, there's a new leaf coming in. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna be a grandma. I'm so excited. I had it staked up on this popsicle stick, but I learned very quickly that that popsicle stick wasn't doing a thing. I was struggling with it, as you can tell right there, and like it was having some issues, but this was the newest leaf that came out perfect. So hopefully this one comes out good too. And I'm gonna leave it right there because you know Anthurium leaves, they start off really small and then start getting big. And if it's gonna be bigger than this, then it needs to be out. So yeah, moving on. Y'all, look what my husband got me for Christmas one year. Like, he really loves me. I have a Nintendo 64. I haven't had a Nintendo 64 since I was like 7 years old. So he got this for me, and he even got me GoldenEye and a little controller, y'all. My kids are like, what is this? I keep telling them they had to be there. This is my Platinum Mist Peace Lily that is looking real good. As you can see, y'all, this thing is so thirsty. Oh my gosh. Well, I figured because it gets, like I said earlier, it gets warm in here. Well, it gets hot in here, honestly. But yeah, I have to water this pretty often. But look at these leaves. The new growth comes in kind of green, and then when it starts hardening off, it starts getting like a platinum mist color. So I think this is going to be so cute when it gets big. So remember that no ID plant I was showing you guys? This is the second propagation that I have of it. It's still not the most mature one. It's not the mother. I will get to it. Why do I have so many of them? I don't know, but I just want to show you guys so you can maybe, can you tell yet what it is? Because I still don't know. But when we get to the biggest one, I feel like you guys will really be able to tell me. Here's the next little corner of plants, and y'all can see I just squeeze plants into every little space I can possibly squeeze them into. But yeah, this is my philodendron mame, and I have another one downstairs that completely, well, kind of completely croaked on me, so I ended up getting another one. I was like, I'm gonna do better this time, because the other one, the spider mites would not stop. So as you can see, I have this one kind of under a grow light. So here's another pendant grow light. And then I have the humidifier right here. Boom. So you can't go wrong. You are not gonna crisp up. You are not gonna get spider mites. And I treat this one on a regular basis. And I'm in here every day because it's my office and I gotta work. So yeah, so I'm looking at it pretty often. And it's doing good. So it had this leaf unfurling when I first got it. So that seems to be pretty hardened off now. And then already has another leaf trying to come in. So we're going to have to repot this one into something longer to let it, you know, crawl. But we're not there yet. So we don't even need to worry about that yet. This is my, y'all, I couldn't believe I got this so big. And it, hold on. When I got this, it was so big, and I don't know what I was doing wrong. I think I was overwatering it, but they don't like to be watered, it seems like, at all. But yeah, this is my Peperomia petiolata. Yeah, I think it's petiolata. And so I stopped watering it, and I put it in direct sunlight all summer long, and I just left it alone, and it started pushing out a lot of growth for me. So I think I found the key to it. I mean, I do, obviously, I water it sometimes, but not often, not often. This is a Florida green propagation. Look how much rust is down here. Just, I need like a shelf or something right here just to kind of clean up this area because it just looks like plants piled on top of each other. But I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. After Christmas, y'all can watch me set it up. And anyway, so is that a gnat? Oh. Anyway, so this is my, I don't know. I keep asking y'all what it is, but nobody told me. But it's not a red Congo, right? No, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I got it because one of these leaves has like a cool spot on it. I don't remember which one it was. Nope, not that one. It was like a cute like birthmark, but I feel like as it hardened off, it went away. So nothing to see here, obviously. So yeah, this is like a really makeshift plant setup. Y'all, this grow light, let me talk to you about this grow light right here. So number one, it comes with this. And this isn't in anything right now just because I don't have the plant here. I took it to the sink to water it. But this is a moisture meter. It came with two. And you plug the moisture meter into the plant light. Oh my gosh. So when they sent me this, they emailed me and asked if they could send me one of their grow lights. And I honestly, honest to God, I was like, great, another plant light. Like, how many more do I need? It's going to do the same thing. But this is cream of the crop, y'all. Oh my gosh. And you can adjust. Where is it? So obviously it has a timer. It has a timer, but I really love that you can like adjust the, you know, how bright you want it. You just see that? Obviously I have mine at the brightest, but, and it comes with moisture meters. So, and you plug the moisture meters into this and then boom, it came with two too. So I'm only using one right now, but I can't believe I forgot to tell y'all about that. I love this plant light. I need to go and see if they have some to like on a track light where I can hang it up, because I was thinking about putting something right there and just have it, you know. But anyway, enough about the grow light. This is another Florida. This one was all the way up the off the moss pole, and I cut it back into several propagations. So here's one of them. I don't know why this one is looking so droopy, but it'll come around. And what is this in here? What is that? Did I have a corm or something in here? I don't know what that is. I'm about to take it out. No, it's not this one. Oh, well, that's rot. So that's a no-go. Oh my gosh. So it's trying to grow another leaf like into the leca? Okay. So anybody want a Florida green? Because I have one for free if you want it. I have too many of them. And then this one I'll probably end up like just cutting that rot off and putting it just back in some water. It did have roots. I don't know what happened. But anyway, let me put that aside for right now. This plant setup for me is really an eyesore. I feel like I need to like paint this little shelf and something that doesn't rust and just kind of pretty it up. I can't stand like cords everywhere. That is something that drives me crazy. But this is what I'm doing right now. It's a lot of plant stuff to do around here, y'all. I never run out of plant chores. This down here is a bowl of moss. It used to have a serpens in it, but the serpens hated me and I hated it back. So yeah, that's just, I just leave it here like, oh, if I ever need moss, I know where some is. And then I have my fuzzy petiole back here that, is it growing at all? Oh, it is growing. Okay. So it wasn't growing for a long time. It wasn't doing anything for a long time, but struggling and losing leaves and crisping up. So I don't know what was wrong with it. I moved it to a brighter spot and watered it more often, which is typically what is wrong with all of my plants. So, yeah, they just need water, apparently. Apparently plants need water, y'all. So I've been watering that a lot more often. It's also getting more humidity from that humidifier back there, so that's probably helping. I have another Ficus elastica right there. A really cute Aglaonema back there that hasn't been repotted in a while and probably needs to be. And then this is another ficus, see, that I moved so it lost all the leaves. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm thinking about cutting it. I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about propagating a ficus. So once I saw this one little leaf, I was like, oh, well, maybe it'll do something. And I'll put it outside during the summertime and like let it be a tree. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. And then I have my Summer Glory right there. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's so big. Like, it's up against the wall. I don't have nowhere to put it. It was outside for the summer. So obviously, you know, it could be big and massive out there, but then bringing it in, I don't really have anywhere to put it where it's going to get the right light and not be in the way. So, but I'm not getting rid of it. I love my Summer Glory. Love it so much. Look how big these leaves are, y'all. These leaves are huge. And then I have another one coming in right here. Get out of here. So that's another new leaf right there coming in. And they come in so yellow. This one just came in and it's still kind of hardening off. I said yellow. They don't come in yellow. They come in like copper, which I love. And then I have another Marble Queen that I put on a moss pole and then forgot that I put it on a moss pole. So it's been a struggle. But back here, y'all, this is a plant I was telling y'all about. This is the No ID. It's back behind. It's back behind this. Okay, hold on. I'm not taking it out. I'm sorry, but please look at the leaf. What is this, you guys? Can you see it? What in the world is this plant? Somebody has to know. Take a screenshot. I'll wait. Take a screenshot. Tell me what this is. Here's another leaf back here. Look at that. What is this plant? And then it has more leaves coming in. So, I don't know what it is, but got another Micans right here, and I just made this little mannequin thingy, like a little cute trellis, and it likes it. They love this, so it's working out, and it's cute. And I feel like once I get this big and full, I can make it like a whole little dress coming off of her. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's gonna be so pretty. But I feel like this may be like too much light. I don't really know. But so far, so good. These little baby leaves, they're so cute. Look how tiny the leaves are. compared to like when I stake it up or put it on a moss pole. Up here I just have another one of those lemon meringue pothos that is getting a lot of light, and so look at the variegation on them, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at the leaves. They are so pretty, you guys. Like, wow. Cute, very cute. So this is a monster. Look at that. I just talked about this on my last video because I got it for my birthday, but I'm gonna take it down for you to see it. So are you freaking serious? This is a hybrid between the Goldie Eye and the Selim, and it is a monster, you guys. It is truly so gorgeous. I am so in love with this. This is one of my favorites. Oh, I said it again, but for real, this is one of my favorites. It is so huge. This leaf, I don't know what this leaf is doing, but I'm leaving it alone. And then I have this other leaf coming in. So like I said, I just talked about this a lot on my last video, so I'm not going to like beat you guys over the head about it again. But just know I am so looking forward to seeing what this is going to do. And just over here, kind of under that monster, is my Atabopoense. And it's, I mean, okay. I cut some of it and propagated it, but it just, like, I was giving it too much light. I was giving it not enough light. I wasn't giving it enough water. So all the problems that I've been having with this are my own fault, but it has just been so freaking slow. And then with it being slow, it just threw me off because it then is pushing out 2 new leaves. So I was like, what? And then this leaf came out, but look how small it was. However, I will say I did propagate it right there. I chopped it right here, and then you can see where it put off a new shoot, and it's kind of starting all over right here. So that could be why the leaves are coming out like super small and weird looking like that. But yeah, that's what we have so far. My grandma just got one when I was out shopping with her, and it was huge. And I almost got one too, but I was like, no, I'll be patient. I have one already. And then this is my Cebu Blue Pothos. I will get to it eventually. I'm going to extend the moss pole for this because if I don't, it's going to start growing up my walls. I just have been like cutting it until I decide that I'm going to do it. And that's why you always see Cebu Blue Pothos propagations. This is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that is just up here temporarily. Really, I just have it up here because I need to find a spot for it. And I don't like this cluttered look because you can't really even see what it is. But I just need to figure out where I'm putting it. And I haven't organized all my plants since I brought them in. I kind of just brought them in for the winter. And then I had plants everywhere and I haven't really like organized them. I just want to make sure they're getting light and they're getting water. And I need to go and organize them all, and I just haven't yet. So that's why it's just looking really crazy in here right now. That's just one of the things I'm gonna work on after Christmas. We'll get there, y'all. We'll get there. A Syngonium right here, and then this Anthurium, and then this Alocasia that is not doing a lot. So it has these 2 leaves, and then like a baby one down here. So whatever, it's in pond. I'm just kind of waiting on it to come back around. It was looking good during the summertime, but you know how alocasias are. I really want to get into this cabinet. There isn't a whole lot in here. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's a whole lot. It's just kind of stuff just placed in here. So let's open her up. Down here at the bottom is a lot of propagations. A lot of propagations that I'm not gonna really get into that much, but there is a heat mat right there. You can see. So I have a lot of my propagations on the heat mat, and things that just really needed like a pick-me-up I put down here. And as you can see, I have some of them covered, and I don't know, you guys. I have my Jose Bruno down there because I needed these leaves to have like this really strong variegation for whatever reason. Hold on, let me turn this fan off. So these are the plants. Everything down here is something that, you know, they're plants that were struggling and needed extra care. So this is kind of like the plant hospital. Like, look at this really cool marbled pink princess, but it was struggling, I think struggling with humidity. So I put it in there. This is supposed to be a varicosum. yeah, I don't quite know what's going on. This had completely lost all of its leaves. So as you can see, it's coming around now. And then this is a Paraiso Verde that I just snapped the other day. So yeah. But yeah, the Paraiso Verde, I propagated it. This is the mother plant, which still isn't all that big, but it's not getting those variegated leaves that I want. So, I mean, it has a little bit, but I just really wanted to put it on a heat mat and test out the new growth. But yeah, just some things that need help. Back there is my Radicans Luxurians that I completely cut up and cut back. Can you see it back there? So it's pushed out 1, 2, 3 new leaves since I put it in here. I had to cut off every leaf. It was just doing too bad. I have another pink princess that I don't even know why I have. It's not even pink at all. It's not a princess. It's like a pink peasant right now. And then this Syngonium that was struggling that I had to completely cut back as well. That I'm probably going to give away. I don't need any more Syngoniums like this. I think this is like the neon Syngonium, but I don't need it. Like a lot of these plants, what am I even doing? Why am I doing this? I don't know. But like I said, this is like kind of my plant hospital down here. Got a heat mat, got the grow light, you know, great humidity. Right now it's 67, but that's just because I have it open. It's usually like 80, 88-ish in here. Moving up here, this is an Alocasia longobottom, long something, that completely died. So I propagated it in sphagnum moss, and I had it covered for a little while, but the leaf obviously got too big and I had to take the cover off. And it's doing okay so far. And nothing else new here, but you know, it's coming back around. This, I don't know what this is. I got it off of a piece of my grandma's plant, and I am, you know, I have some ideas, but I'm still like, oh, I need one more leaf. And I keep saying I need one more leaf to really tell. But if you know what this is, let me know. So like I was saying, these are my plants that I am struggling with. I put all of like the struggling plants in here, or like the plants that are, you know, need a little bit of extra care. You guys, this is my Burrow Marks Flame that I am so obsessed with, even though it only has these 2 itty bitty leaves, but you know, that's something, right? So it's doing really good. I always come and like check on the roots. Oh, you can't really see them. You can't really see, oh, there's a root, if you can see it. So yeah, I'll just come in and check on these, and these are the ones that just need, like, I just need to watch them extra closely. Except for this Hoya Lisa, this doesn't need extra care. I just wanted to stay sun stressed, so I have that there. But this Monstera dubia back here, I don't know what he wants. I really don't. But I have another one right there. Why I have this one, I don't know. In Pawn, I don't know. But this, wow, I just realized it's like growing all the way up the cabinet. All the way up the cabinet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. But I can't even keep the moss moist. So obviously I'm not ready to take it out of this cabinet. Right here is my Monstera Stanleyana. Doesn't really need to be in here. Don't know where else to put it right now. So that's where it is. This is my, what is this? Anthurium querulence that came with 1 leaf. And you see how that turned out. And then it's got this one coming in, but this one has been coming in for like 2 months, you guys, and nothing. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to say. What else is in here? I have this Cissus Discolor that is in leca that needs to be cleaned out, but it grew a bunch of new leaves, and then all the new leaves fall right off. So I don't know. It's, at this point, it's just in here because I haven't taken it out and thrown it away yet. And then I'm like, oh, maybe if I stop caring about it and stop paying attention to it, it'll do something. So maybe it is doing something. I don't know. This is the cabinet for like the hard knocks, y'all. This is alternative school for plants. I swear. And then I have this variegated epiprimnum back there. Nothing's wrong with it. He is just showing them how to be a beautiful plant. And then I have this new Hoya. This one I just got fairly recently. So it's already rooted and all that, but I just have it up here so it can get nice and big. Speaking of big leaves on Hoyas, look at this. What? So it was not doing anything for so long, and then one day I just looked in and I had this big leaf on here, and then this one looks kind of new too. So it's finally starting to get like these huge leaves on it. This is amazing though. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I can't wait for this to do what it's gonna do. For a long time though, it didn't do anything at all. So I ended up putting it in pond, and pond seemed to be the fix, because the reason it wasn't growing is because I wasn't watering it enough. Imagine that. And then another Hoya. I propagated this, but I don't know what Hoya this is. I don't even know what Hoya this is, y'all. But I propagated it from one of them. And then I have this string of turtles up here that I'm not touching. I'm not pulling it out, but you can see there's some new growth. There's some new growth coming in on it. So I had to cut it back a whole lot because it was growing really long, but it was like some of the leaves had fallen off. It just wasn't looking very healthy. So I cut it off, and I'm kind of starting almost over with it. And then I have one more little section to show you guys by the window. Oh wait, no, I forgot this one. This is my philodendron. Oh, this is my philodendron choco empress that is stealing my heart every time I see it. The new leaves come in so red, and then it hardens off to this, you know, obviously to this green. But it's 2 plants in here, so they push out 2 leaves at a time. So I just got this one. This one just finished hardening off, and then I have this one. And then I have another one coming in down there. So I got this from John at Chimera, and I was so excited when I first got it. I'm still really happy to have it. So I just have some Hoyas hanging up here. I just put these by this window this year, so there hasn't been a lot of, ooh, look at that crispy leaf. There hasn't been like a lot of crazy new growth, but there's been new growth. This entire shoot here is all new leaves, so that is really, really cool for me. You can't really see them that well because it's obviously very dark outside, but I don't know, maybe while I'm editing, I won't edit until tomorrow and I can show y'all. Well, no, matter of fact, I'm not gonna show you because that's my microphylla up there. I'm not gonna show you because I'm about to do an entire Hoya collection video. So all of the Hoya in my collection right now are going to be in a video, and yeah, so I don't want to spoil it for y'all, not yet. But yeah, that is everything here in my office. Just in this one small little room where I have to work every day. So I figured I'd put like a bunch of plants in here to like make me want to come up here, because I certainly don't want to have to work. So, I mean, who does? So yeah, that is room number 1 on my end of the year tour. Okay, I'm hot. I did a lot of talking. That is one room down on my end of the year tour. I think I'm going to stop the video because it's going to be 3 hours if I try to do everything in one video. So tomorrow I'm going to get up and record during the daytime this time, the plants that I have downstairs, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I also have a little project that I'm going to try to do in the morning, and hopefully I'll be able to show you guys that. But I will see y'all in the next video. Stay tuned for part 2 of the end of the year plant tour. See you guys.